D-line. All right. I've been really hard on Eric Armstead all year. You know what? The Niners defense is still a top 5 defense. Eric, I apologize. You're an easy target. You make a lot of money. DeForest Buckner's better than you, but everyone knows DeForest Buckner's better than you. The Niners know DeForest Buckner's better than you. They kept you because you're cheaper. You're not supposed to outperform DeForest Buckner. That's never been the expectation. You played really well today. You play hard. You were going against a lot of mobile quarterbacks midway through the season. You needed to contain him. You still haven't had a sack since like week 4, but you're really good against the run, and you're not a liability. You're one of the reasons the Niners defense ranks so highly. Good for you. That's all I got to say about Eric Armstead, because he's not even like the third best player on the D-line. Kerry Hyder. Wow. Dude, who just gave me $50? Why are you guys so nice? Hey, thank you so much, Santiago. I appreciate you. Kerry Hyder, unbelievable player. This guy is better than D Ford. Is he better than D Ford? He might be better than D Ford. And in a lot of ways, he's replacing what Nick Bosa did last year. I mean, Nick Bosa had like 9 sacks last year. Hyder could have the same amount this year. That's amazing. He's a hell of a player, and the Niners are lucky to have him. They probably won't have him next year because the Niners are going to be low on money, and he's going to be expensive. Damn, I actually noticed Ward played for like the first time this season. Yeah, he was good. Hyder, hell of a player. Kevin Givens started at nose tackle in place of DJ Jones, who was on the COVID list. Great player, just as good as DJ Jones. The Niners are deep at every position. And then finally, Javon Kinlow. Look, Javon, another apology. Javon, I apologize. I never called you a bust, but I was like making videos on YouTube like, is Javon Kinlow a bust? Let's discuss. I'll stop. I apologize. You're a hell of a player, a really good athlete. I don't think you're ever going to be the kind of guy who gets 10 sacks in a season. I could be wrong, but you make an impact. Great against the run, and you have this good awareness during pass plays. If you don't get there, you're ready for the tip. You're ready for the interception. Hell of a player. Yeah, good draft pick. I would have taken an offensive lineman, but you're winning. I mean, you were the best defensive player on the Niners against the Saints, and you were the third best defensive player against the Rams after Kerry Hyder and Jimmy Ward. So hats off to you. Hell of a player, Javon. And also, I really like listening to him at press conferences. He sounds like Kevin Garnett, if you know what I'm talking about. To build a team, would you rather have a top quarterback with a bad defense, a stacked D with a questionable quarterback? They say it's a quarterback-driven league. I don't want a questionable quarterback, but I think you can get good quarterback play for cheap. I would rather have a dominant defense and a cheap quarterback than a $40 million quarterback and no defense, because I think it's unrealistic to ask quarterbacks to carry an entire team unless it's freaking, Peyton Manning or something, like Patrick Mahomes, like the greatest quarterback of all time. Even Aaron Rodgers struggled for years in Green Bay because he didn't have a full team around him. I would rather go the route of going cheap at quarterback and putting all my resources into the rest of the team so that they prop him up, and you're not expecting a defense to make the rest of his team better. How does a quarterback make his defense better? He doesn't play defense. So I would go cheap at quarterback. Good question.